welcome to episode number 35 of the Local Lowdown. My name is Zach Bischoff, and I, as always, am joined at his house once again by.
Danny Shannon, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Danny. Sorry for the cut off there, but anyway, we're here to discuss the Pirates' opening day victory over the Miami Marlins in Miami by a score of 6-5 in 12 innings of play. Danny, just first your general thoughts on the game and the Bucko fever that is setting in here in the city as we started off 1-0 to begin the 2024 regular season.
Zach, dude, I love how you summed up how all of Pittsburgh is feeling after that electric 6-5 win. Bucko fever. Two words,
Playing
not
that
very
parade,
nice.
playing that parade. That's all I can say.
Exactly, man. Dude, plan the parade. I mean, where do we start, Zach? I mean, I guess I'll start at the fact that Mitch Keller. I know he gave up 4 runs, and was a guy that got himself in some sticky situations. But I was just overall impressed about his level of composure because it was the second inning, right? The second inning, and when you give up a couple runs, that's when things sometimes tend to go off the rails. But Mitch Keller, I mean, he navigated some a defensive misplay between O'Neal Cruz and Jared Triolo, turning double play, which there was a little bit of rustiness, if you will, to game speed action, which is understandable because of the I mean it's the first major league game action of 2024. But I mean, Zach, I got two words for you, man. O'Neal Cruz, his ceiling is so high, and I mean, he just had an absolute missile of a home run to even get us to where we're talking about this game. I mean, he tied it for us. So I mean, he was really the catalyst to what got us to this point. But I mean, Keith Brian Hayes had multiple hits. Andrew McCutcheon on base multiple times. I mean, this lineup, Zach, is just we have so many guys that have so much potential.
Hmm.
Jared Triolo. I mean, he battled all day and came up with the driving in the winning run. So I mean, I am just so excited to watch this Pirates team and the rest of the season, man.
Yeah, thank you, Danny. I think this team can hit a lot of home runs, and I think in the game, as I'm sure you mentioned while my headset was off, how this game was really won with the long ball. Brian Reynolds with one, O'Neal Cruz with one. Who else had one? I think there was three.
The pinch hitter,
Uh,
Edward Olivares.
Thank you. Um,
Dude, I mean, but Zach, that's that spark that we've always needed, right?
yeah,
I mean, we take. Uh, when is the last time now? Like, and I obviously I haven't been around. I haven't been watching Pirates baseball for super long. This is only my 17th season. But I mean, a guy making his mark and hitting a pinch hit home run. Like,
hmm
when else does our weakness has been power in the past, and we have good contact hitters, but we can't you know get the big hit, drive the long ball in. But I mean, we had 3 home runs, Zach. Yeah, I mean, that's something to be proud of for sure.
yeah. Yes, Ken. I will fix my audio here in a second. Thank you very much for bringing that to my attention. Yeah, and another thing, the bullpen I think was another big part. Luis Ortiz being the pitcher of record uh, this evening, but overall 5 innings of shutout baseball from the bullpen. Danny, give me your thoughts on that while I attend to this audio issue.
I mean, yeah, it's the bullpen, man. Again, how many times in the last 3 or 4 years have we, you know, gotten to the seventh inning and then the bullpen really just, blew the game, for lack of a better term, for us, and that's how we lost games. But Zach, again, I want to be careful and try and stay grounded here because it is only one game. but without David Bednar and without
Mhm.
Rawonsi Contreras, who literally just had to go for uh, was just placed on the paternity leave list, I believe, earlier today. Jose Hernandez didn't
Yep.
even make the major league roster, and just I mean, absolutely balled out. And I
He
mean,
did.
I am so and thrilled that we're even in this position. I mean, Aroldis Chapman throws so hard for the Pirates. I mean, he's a flamethrower, and like I just I am super excited to see this pitching rotation because it only is going to get stronger. Zach, I mean,
Yeah.
we still have Paul Skeens is in our minor league system. I mean, we got Quinn Priester in our minor league system, so we're going to keep getting better in terms of pitching.
hmm yeah, I think Paul Skeens will be up in Kenya. I did boost my audio a little bit. Please let me know if that is better.
You're sounding
Um,
great on my end, by the way, Zach. Just so you know.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, but I think the Pirates pitching has the potential to be really good this year. Especially when Paul Skeens gets up here, I think that this team, I'm going to say this team will win 90 games.
Let's go, Zach. Now, I got a question for you, man.
Yes.
When do you think Paul Skeens is going to come up to the major
June.
league level?
June.
June. I think it's got to be that soon. I completely agree with you, Zach, because I think he has the ability to basically. I think he's going to annihilate AAA. Just I mean, he's been annihilating hitters ever since he's gotten to either Bradenton, Altoona. I don't actually. He skipped. I believe he skipped double. Or maybe he had one start in Double A last year. But I mean, this guy can flat out throw the ball, and he just has so much um, potential and arm talent. I mean, he's again, as Mike Tomlin would say, Pirates are oozing with potential. Zach, I mean,
They are.
it's incredible to see, and you know what, like I think I've matured a little bit in my Pirates watching fandom because in past years, if Josh Bell got, 3 hits off of us as he did today, I'd be like, oh man, the Pirates player development guys have no idea what they're doing. Why are we trading guys away? But Zach, I mean, now I'm starting to see, like, yeah, Josh Bell would be great to have as an option right now. I mean, Josh Bell is balling out, and he's been so good for, the Nationals a couple years ago, and the Marlins this year after his time in Pittsburgh has come to an end. But because of we're finally, and again, we got to keep it in perspective because it is only one game. But it seems to me that our farm system is finally materializing in the way that we've hoped. Right, Johnson. He's a guy that's going to be tremendous. Nick Gonzalez is a guy that has the potential. He's a guy that not super big guy, but he can hit for power. He just got to figure a couple things out. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I am just so excited and super intrigued just on what this Pirates team looks like. And Zach, I think an underrated move that I would love to, because I mean he Michael A. Taylor scored the tying run
Yeah.
for the
I
Pirates.
I like that signing. I like that.
I, Zach, it got lost in the sauce a little bit for again lack of a better. It got lost in the sauce a little bit because of the it was the same day as the Russell Wilson trade. So like that was I think a great move by the Pirates and Ben Sherrington and his staff because that allows Sawinski to not have to play center field. I mean, Michael A. Taylor is a tailored, no pun intended,
I
tailored
was gonna
center
say no
fielder.
pun intended.
Yeah, I did. I actually had no. There was no. I did not mean to do that. You guys can call me sarcastic for that one if you. But that was
They're sarcastic.
anyway. Um, but Michael A. Taylor is a guy that's super, reliable defensively, and just a guy that's really fast, and I think that him. being able to kind of take pressure off Sawinski to play center field is gonna be tremendous.
Yeah, I think if O'Neal Cruz produces now, if we would have had O'Neal Cruz and Andy Rodriguez, I
Oh
think
man,
that would have been a deadly combination. However, Andy Rodriguez is out for all of 2024 with some
yeah, that's
injury.
unfortunate.
Cannot remember. It was sustained in winter ball
Yeah,
this past winter. But now, if O'Neal Cruz stays healthy, I think that this 90 game prediction that I'm rolling with here, I think that has a decent shot at happening. If
I would 100% agree, Zach.
if
Because
now
what?
now
Go ahead. Sorry.
if O'Neal Cruz is just one guy, I get that. But I think with if the team played like they did today, I think that they could win upwards of 88, 89, 90 games.
Zach, I completely agree with you. And the thing again that sticks out to me is we were down 5-2,
Hmm.
and then we come back to win 6-5. And that signifies to me that we were willing to chip away and grind counts out because we had the belief that we have the power, literally and figuratively, to get back into this game. And I think, as you mentioned, Zach, O'Neal Cruz, I think, has the potential, with good decisions at the plate and making sure he's still, a younger guy is still trying to figure out what the strike zone looks like and you know, how to best approach major league hitting. That's going to come with time. But I mean, you see him just like flick his bat places, and I mean the ball travels so far. It's not called a cruise missile for nothing. Um, because I mean he just has the ability to mash the baseball, and I think like a couple times in the game, like he kind of took the first baseman by surprise a little bit, whether it be Tellez or Connor Joe, because of how far how hard he threw the ball. But I mean, he had just again so much potential. And here's the thing too is that our fielding today, aside from that early mishap, was tremendous. I mean, Connor Joe had such an acrobatic maneuver to keep the Pirates in the game. If Connor Joe doesn't make that play where he literally dives for the ball and keeps his foot on the bag somehow, some way, I mean, the Marlins probably win that game. So that was a game-saving play by Connor Joe. And then T. Brian Hayes also saved the double for the Marlins just because of his gold glove ability. So, I mean, I am so excited because what that showed me is the Pirates can win any game, really. I mean, we that's a comeback for the ages right there, and it's only opening day.
Okay, all right, Danny. The series will continue through Sunday. Series will continue and come to an end on Sunday at 1:40 p.m. with the Marlins. And then after that, they will go to the nation's capital and play two, one. What are they? I think three games with the Nationals, and then they will come home for the home opener on Friday, April 5th, I believe, at 4:12 p.m. That's funny. I love that. Yeah,
That's awesome.
that seems to be a tradition in the city where they Pirates first home game first pitch is scheduled for 4:12 p.m. That's kind of funny. But Danny, your keys to win the remainder of the series against the Marlins and how they look to take this momentum into future series.
Yeah, Zach, that's going to be the key, right? It's sustaining it. I mean, we got 160 more games. We get to play 160 more games. We get to watch 161 more games, which is awesome. That's the beauty of baseball. But Zach, what I found super interesting, they mentioned Greg Brown mentioned it on the broadcast today, and it's pretty bizarre when I look at it. The Pirates have such a plethora of left-handed batters and a lot of guys
Yes,
that
they
bat
do. They
left-handed,
do.
and they face 5 straight lefty pitchers
Yeah.
uh, to open the season, which is kind of unheard of. And so, that's why Jack Sawinski didn't get the nod today. I think because I mean he's a power lefty guy, and you
Yeah,
just can't pick up the ball left on left super easily.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
think
Left on left, left on left. Sorry to step on your toes.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Uh, Left on left is an extremely difficult matchup. If you're a batter, so yeah, that's kind of smart giving Sawinski the day off here
Yeah,
because
no, and I think I mean, so I just think the key is gonna be picking our moments and making sure like I mean just getting on the score sheet early. You know, I think that's the key. That should be the key for everybody.
yeah,
And it is the key for everybody. But I mean, I love the fact that with 2 outs, Brian Hayes wrote the double, and then McCutcheon drew a walk. This team has the ability to strike quickly, which I think isn't like just such a great. I mean, we are really a tremendous offense when we put the pieces together. Um, so I think that's obviously going to be key, and I'm going to look for uh, guys like McCutcheon and Davis because you know they had pretty good days at the plate, but I mean Davis had a number of times where he could have delivered a big hit and left the runner stranded on base. I think we
yeah.
had I'm not sure what we finished with, but in the seventh inning or something, we had 15 runners stranded. So you know, we obviously found a way in 12 innings today, but I would love to just see us make sure we're getting ourselves in the position for the big hit. Now let's just cash in the big hit. You know what I mean, Zach?
Danny, your final thoughts on today's 6-5 victory?
Oh man, Zach, I mean I don't know how you really put opening day into words. I think Joe
Opening day
DiMaggio,
should be a federal holiday.
dude, I completely agree. It's just
I've said that for years.
yeah, Zach, I think you're onto something, man. I think if you pitch that idea
Call your
to
senators.
the
Call your senators right now.
exact no, Zach, if you run and pitch that idea, I think you get a percentage of the population to vote for you, the baseball fans
Federal holiday.
of the state. Yeah, no, Zach. I mean, it's a it really is. I mean, for baseball fans in general, it is a holiday. I mean, it's a fresh start. You know, it's you really. I mean, if you're players, I think Joe DiMaggio said that he to looked forward to it every year because you know he knew that something magical was going to happen.
Hmm.
So I'm just so excited for baseball to be back. I think baseball. I go back and forth, but baseball probably is my very favorite sport to watch. I just really enjoy the game, and I mean, I'm just super excited to see where this Pirates team takes us, Zach. I'm excited to be along for the ride.
Yeah, I think it has the potential to be a really good year. I mean, last April we started 20 we went 20-8 in April last year, so I'm hoping that we can continue off and do that once again this season. That's all for now. Thank you to Danny and Ken for your input into today's production. And as always, he's Dan. My name is Zach. We will see you next time right here on the whoops, wrong thing, on the next edition of the Local Lowdown podcast. We will see you next time. Bye bye.